Welcome to Double Shot of Steelers. I'm Dejan Kovacevic. He's Chris Halleck. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports, and we're here to change some helmets out, are we not?
We are. I'm excited.
Have you ever been present in the room whenever it's time to change helmets?
I have not. Can I throw it today?
Oh, man. You see what happens? Go ahead. Go ahead. Here, I'll throw the helmet.
Okay.
Here, you take that. Here's your Ravens. Here's the Dolphins. We'll put the Dolphins in. All right. Now, here's how this is going to work. This is going to be a little bit different today, and you're going to see some bumps in the process. So we can just go right ahead and live with that. That's not the end of the world for a single day. We're trying to do some different things here today because we're also starting a double shot of Penguins, which will be equally bumpy, and let's hope that we can all endure this, you know, like adults and everything.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is also the beauty of live YouTube, right? The beauty of
No,
live
these are the warts.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's call it what it is.
It is true.
The Steelers had an availability today over on the south side. Not a big deal, right?
No. Joey Porter Jr. talked. Dylan Cook talked.
Dylan Cook, your starting left tackle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I actually liked some things I saw from Dylan back in Latrobe. So I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the situation.
No, I mean, it literally is a situation. I mean, Broderick Jones is going to be on IR for at least two more weeks. And I saw Calvin Anderson today on crutches. So that doesn't sound good. So that's now two tackles that are down. And Dylan Cook right now would be your starting left tackle against the Dolphins on Monday night.
Now, we're going to have plenty of time to get into the Miami matchup and how the Dolphins have been playing better, and even the whole Minkah Fitzpatrick, coming home thing, and they've made something of their season, which I don't believe that a lot of people thought was going to happen.
They're all the way at 6-7 now.
But what I want to get into today more than anything else was something that we were talking about in the car last night coming home. We were going through the schedule.
Yeah,
we were just trying to take, okay, listen, here's where they are. Here's where the Steelers are now, 7-6. They're up, obviously, a game now on Baltimore. I don't know that I can take Cincinnati seriously.
Not with that defense.
I mean, after yesterday, no, we could say that at the beginning.
Well, right.
But then Burrow goes down. But now they had an opening, and then they just allowed it to slam shut. What do the Steelers have to do to win this division? That's what I want to look at today, more than anything else. What do they have to do to run through these final four games and put themselves into a spot where, at minimum, they win the division, they get their home playoff game, they finish fourth in the AFC? What do they have to do? They run this. They don't have to run anybody's table, which I think. No. Which is a good thing because there's still a game in Detroit.
There is still a game in Detroit. That's most likely not going to go well for the Steelers. But, I mean, you never know. I mean, the Lions haven't looked exactly as formidable as they were last year. But at the same time, okay, they got to win at least two games. They got to beat Cleveland, and they really need to win Miami. Like, you don't have to beat the Ravens because let's see what happens with them, too, because it's not like their schedule. We kept talking several weeks ago about how much the Ravens' schedule lightened up, but then I said, okay, but there's also this stretch near the end of the season where it gets a lot tougher.
Right.
And that includes, okay, they have to go to Cincinnati next week. Okay, they just lost to the Bengals. We don't know what's going to happen. But then they host the Packers. Then they have to go to New England. And then they end in Pittsburgh. That's not easy.
That's not easy. Not the way they looked yesterday. And I don't mean to take anything away from the Steelers and the result that they got yesterday. But the other perception that you couldn't help but come away with is, man, they're not good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Steelers are markedly better. They are better, but they're not good. No. There's not a whole heck of a lot happening there, especially. Can I talk about the Lamar play?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's not going to wound your soul?
No, because it's again, like you said, you're preconditioned to see, because from our angle on that play,
He's pre-defending this.
I'm wrong. I'm not pre-defending it because on our angle on that play, Lamar does the keeper, and you see this just green grass,
Here it
nothing but
comes.
green grass around Lamar.
First thing you need to know: M&T Bank Stadium, new press box. We're in a like a back corner of the end zone, which is wonderful for a perspective. Any of you who have season tickets at Acrisure Stadium, who have end zone seats, you know what I'm talking about. You're watching the game the way it's being played, which is vertically. You're seeing the holes open, or in the case of the Steelers' offensive line in the running game yesterday, you're just seeing nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Ravens are going away from us. Lamar runs to his right, and
It's just to say gaping doesn't describe
green grass and high tides forever.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. And Chris makes a little bit of a sound, a little bit of a Chris sound as Lamar goes over there, which is his anticipation of a big play. Like, oh, big play coming. Mm-hmm. And he who is reasonable and calm sits to Chris's left and says, Chris, he's not going anywhere.
it. That's true.
And then you saw, it was only after I said that you saw Lamar go, but don't.
Yeah.
But don't.
Not move. Not move.
And there was nothing there. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't move. And I look at Lamar right now, especially after yesterday, watching him all day. I see a damaged player. I'm not getting into his career or whatever. I'm talking about for the 2025 NFL season. I see a damaged player.
Well less than 100%. Like, well less. And that only hurts what the Ravens can do. And from my perspective, I don't understand why Derrick Henry didn't have 35 carries in that game, to be completely honest.
I mean, other than the fact that he's not exactly young and spry for a running back.
No, I understand, but for the most part, now yes, there was like this period in the second quarter where the defense finally did kind of clamp down and force the Ravens to go elsewhere. But at the same time, I kept thinking like, it's 6 yards here, it's 5 yards there, it's 7 yards here. You just keep taking chunks out with Derrick Henry, just never stop giving him the football, and they didn't do that. And so I that would have been what I would have thought the engine would be for the Ravens, to not have to put Lamar in those situations. And really the only time he did do any kind of damage was when they were already right on the goal line, and they did give him enough space for even Lamar at 60% or
And
whatever
he could do
is.
his thing where he picks his reads and he
Right.
finds his open choice of tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, but they're not going anywhere. That's kind of our point here.
Yeah.
That team isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, for the Steelers to go somewhere, which is the point of today's program, even setting aside what it is, the obvious stuff that they need to do better, they have to win this Miami game.
They do.
That's the part that we kept coming back to.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, you need to win this to make us feel better, or it's whatever. Here, Jordan Jarvie says in our live chat, Miami is a must-win, puts it in all caps. If you think about the remainder of the schedule, that's where it makes sense. Because, I mean, let's be real here. The Detroit thing's not going to happen. I mean, it's not impossible. The Steelers have already beaten the Patriots, who are
On the road. In Fox, but like that's
which was everybody at the time was like, oh, it's just the Patriots. Whatever. Okay, Patriots ended up being the best team in the AFC. You never know. They beat the Colts when the Colts were the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
They have had some really, really good victories.
Yeah. They've also had some really bad losses too.
They're not going to win in Detroit.
I don't think so either.
Okay, so you have a game that's going to set you back.
Yeah.
Let's say that you beat or you don't beat Miami. You have a game that sets you back. Now you're in the same spot that you were in this past weekend.
It's a must-win going into a hostile environment, and
you have to take care, and you also have to take advantage of your last home game before Baltimore's back in. And the point that you were making that I thought was really interesting, that I had never conceived here, is what you really want is for the Ravens to show up here in January and not have anything to play for.
Well, the best way to do that is to win all 3 games before then. But
okay.
Right.
So let's keep this real.
No, I'm saying okay, but take care of Miami. Do what you need to do against Miami. And by the way, the weather is not going to be good. Like, I've already looked ahead at the forecast. It's going to be cold. There's possibility of precipitation. Yes.
Are we going to do the whole Dolphins can't play in bad weather thing?
I mean, when is it not a thing? I mean, they don't usually play well in cold weather, especially Tua. Tua does not play well in cold weather. So take care of, regardless of what the forecast is. They could bring the Miami weather with them.
Like, these players, I want to attack this myth here a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Because I remember asking Broderick Jones about heat, and he would be like, you know where I'm from, right? You could hear him saying that. Like, you know where I'm from. Like, this is nothing, right?
Yeah.
This heat that you're talking about in Latrobe, this is just Wednesday for me.
Yeah.
It's not where the team is based. It's where the players have played. I know that in baseball, it's hilarious when you bring the young Latin American players up north for the first time. They actually think you're kidding. Like, wait, serious?
Yeah.
You want us to play in this?
Right.
The stories that I've heard in particular about when they come up and they get assigned to like Altoona or whatever. And Altoona plays a game in April in Erie.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
And they're like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Kutch used to talk about it. Andrew McCutcheon, because he was from Fort Meade, Florida, the center part of the state there. It's just extremely hot and humid and everything else here. He said, I thought this was nuts.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins, they're just a team that's based somewhere.
Well, that's why I bring up Tua, because Tua has not played well in cold weather.
Now, that matters.
Yeah, that matters. And so regardless of what happens with either way, take care of Miami. Even if you go and lose in Detroit, take care of Cleveland on the road. No, that won't be easy. No, they're going to be doing everything they can to spoil their rival. I mean, it may not be the Steelers' arch rival, because we talked about that. Steelers-Ravens is the arch rival. That is. But the Browns, the Steelers are their arch rival. Like,
Nemesis.
That's probably a better word for it. Yeah.
Nemesis is the team that just repeatedly kicks your butt.
That is true.
That would be the Steelers to the Browns.
But, I mean, now that I think about it, when's the last time the Steelers won in Cleveland?
Oh, geez, don't go there.
No, seriously, because they lost last year in the Snow Globe game. Then the year before was the game before Matt Canada got fired.
Right.
And then 22 was also a Thursday night that they lost. That was when George Pickens made his first, ridiculous catch down the sideline. They lost that one. Is it 21, the last time they won in Cleveland?
Oh.
I have to look this up.
Yeah, he's gonna look it up, and while he does that, we're gonna take a quick break and come back and get into some of your questions here on the program.
For those of you who are doing real work in construction, in a warehouse, if you're a mechanic, you want reliable, comfortable gear to help you perform well on the job. Brunt Workwear's got you. They've got waterproof boots, safety toe, soft toe, pull-on, lace-up, whatever you need. You can wear them to work, and if they're not right for you, send them back. I don't know of any other brand doing that. Brunt was tired of the workwear brands out there cutting corners. You work too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots that don't hold up. So they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off. Just head to bruntworkwear.com. Use the code DK Sports and you're good to go. After you order, they'll ask you where you heard about Brunt. Do us a favor here at DK Pittsburgh Sports and tell them it was from this show.
Come back to the show. Heldon says it's been very sad watching TJ play this season, like when Troy lost a step and the injuries took their toll. He's just not that guy anymore. And seeing Myles Garrett probably break the sack record really sucks. You know, I'm not about to weep for TJ.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ's had himself a brilliant career.
Yeah.
And I'm also not about to pronounce his career, dead. I think there's more there. I can't know. And Chris can't know unless he were to just come out and blurt it out whether or not there's something amiss, whether or not he's got something that he's playing through. Some athletes will tell you straight up that, this hurts, that hurts. They'll even get real specific. They'll point,
yeah.
They'll talk about how whatever else. And it's just the way some people are wired. Actually, you want to know the truth? That you read the history books, this guy was famous for it. Roberto Clemente was one of those people who famously, when you'd ask him how he was, he'd tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was actually, and that didn't mean he didn't play through it. Doesn't mean he wasn't tough or anything like that. It just means he had no problem talking about it.
Yeah.
TJ has never been that guy. TJ has been that guy that when he has a known issue, he'd rather find a way to not discuss it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sitting here I guess I am preemptively making excuses or whatever, but the drop has been so precipitous in his numbers and his everything that I have a hard time believing that there isn't something that's going on where you say, whoa, hang on.
Well, he did have the actual toe injury that was like on the injury report. And so that is something that we can document and we can put our finger on. But it does seem that near the end of every season, I won't say every season, but at least the last couple of seasons, he's dealt with some sort
Right.
of ailment or ailments in the last, like in December and January. Now, part of this just might be age and mileage, and your body doesn't hold up the same way it did at 30 years old or 31, whatever his age is now, as you did when you were 25 or 26. I mean, that's just part of the wear and tear of playing the position.
Right.
But it is something to be concerned about going forward, and it's and not just for future seasons, but also like right now. Again, we're talking about this. Like the Steelers need to win against Miami. They need to win in Cleveland, which yes, they did. The last time they won in Cleveland was 2021. They need to go and win at least those two games. Then, even if you lose in Detroit, you go into the final week of the season, and you're 9-7. Doesn't matter, like if certain things happen with the Ravens. If the Ravens lose 2 of their next 3, which is entirely possible, they could lose in Cincinnati, and then they've got to then try to beat both the Packers and the Patriots.
Right.
Just to have a chance. I mean, if they lose 2 of the next 3 and the Steelers win 2 of their next 3, the division's already wrapped up by the time the Ravens come to Pittsburgh to end the season.
I am curious as to what extent, and I mean this legitimately, people factor in when they make either their predictions or their bets, as it applies to football, the weather element, and, they're a Southern team. I mean, the Dolphins have been, not to belabor this, okay?
Yeah.
But the Dolphins have been in the AFC East as long as I've been alive.
Right. They go to Buffalo every year. They go to New England every year. They go to New York. Yeah.
It's part of their ritual.
Yeah.
I mean, look at who they're in the division with.
Right.
It is Buffalo, East Rutherford, and Foxborough. How that happened, somebody else's problem, okay?
Yeah.
But it happened. That's their whole division. So this idea that they just have to, I mean, the Dolphins have had good seasons. Heck, they've still had the only perfect season. I guarantee you, without going through the weather patterns for those games, I don't know. It's just, do they take it into account when they bet?
That I'm not exactly sure of. I do know home field advantage is part of the, like, when betting lines are set.
Yes.
That is part of it. Quarterbacks are important for that, and
Huge, actually.
And so if you go to your FanDuel Sportsbook right now, the line is set at 3.5 points in favor of the Steelers. Now, the general rule of thumb is the home team gets 3 points. So that's just a point or a half a point in favor of the Steelers. So maybe bettors aren't looking at what Aaron Rodgers did in Baltimore, and then also accounting that Tua might not play well in the cold. I don't know. I'm about to look up what Tua's
If you're
record
interested, it's time to check out the latest odds, futures, and win totals on the FanDuel Sportsbook, as Chris mentioned. If you think the Steelers are going to take care of business next Monday night, lock in your bets today. Whatever your game, the FanDuel Sportsbook delivers the latest lines, futures, and specials so that you can join in on all of the action if you bet against the Steelers yesterday, or even if you just bet the spread or whatever it is. You lost.
Yeah. 5.5 points is a lot in that rivalry.
No, it's actually just ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah.
We talked about it from the stadium. It's ridiculous. That particular rivalry. I was standing in line, like at the cafeteria and whatever, behind the press box, and just listening to some of the Baltimore people you can pick up on casual conversation.
Yeah.
And they were all like, well, what do you think about today's game? You know, the way people will do it. And the other person will just go, it's going to be decided by 3 points. I mean, we're not new here.
Yeah.
You know?
That's just, I mean, and the thing is that now apparently the league told John Harbaugh that they botched the Travis Jones penalty, which the Steelers took advantage of, because that's when Chris Boswell made the field goal. Travis Jones ran over Christian Kuntz. Then Steelers, because of that, Steelers get a brand new set of downs. They send the offense back out there. Kenneth Gainwell scores a touchdown.
I'm going to get more specific here because I thought that was interesting today.
Yeah.
The way this penalty works, and this is a fairly recent addition to the rule book, you basically, your long snapper can't be touched.
Correct.
It's deemed to be a dangerous play. That was something that Mike Tomlin was part of the competition committee that decided upon that. It's not to protect the long snapper. It's just that he is in a literally defenseless position. And that's just understood.
Right.
All right. So the guy comes in, Travis Jones, and there is contact. The argument that was being made by the Ravens, both at the spot and then again after the game, was that Jones actually went to the left guard, bounced essentially off of the left guard, and then hit Kuntz. Is that the ruling that the NFL gave? Well, it was a ruling. They talk to the league. They give explanations to head coaches. Tomlin never talks about these things.
No.
Harbaugh does.
I will pull up the poll report from the after the game.
Well, that was what was said after the game. Was
Right.
they just said it doesn't matter. The guy got hit. It turns out
Correct.
it does matter.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was I mean literally so it goes.
And that was from Alex Moore, the referee. That wasn't the
Correct.
replay guy who said that in the
Correct.
pool report. So he was actually just flat out mistaken.
Well, and this is again where, I mean, if you watch the broadcast, it even gave a little graphic, as it does for every game. The first time you see the referee, they let you know like how many years of experience that referee has, and this is the first year he is a referee. Like I would assume a head official. You don't just walk in and here you go. You're the head official of a crew in the NFL. Like you have to have years of experience in officiating. But he said the snapper by rule is a defenseless player, so the contact would be unnecessary. Unnecessary. Basically, he ran him over, and then further explained it does not necessarily matter who is contacted first. So if he's incorrect there, then it is called incorrect. And then the Steelers' advantage at the end of the game isn't 5; it's 1. Because the Steelers got 4 extra points.
Do you still get credit for the win if you win by 1?
But if the Ravens are driving at the end, all they have to do is get in field goal range to try to win the game instead of score a touchdown. So that does change what the Ravens are trying to do at the end of the game. So yes, the Steelers still have an advantage. But instead of having to go down and score a touchdown, all they have to do is and with Tyler Loop's leg, all they have to do is get to the 35-yard line. And then they have a chance to win. Now, he did miss an extra point, so not guaranteed the Ravens would win the game, but they'd have a much better chance.
Hang on, I feel a tear coming down my cheek somewhere. I really hate it when Harbaughs are unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
Any Harbaugh anywhere.
No.
Sorry.
That's, yeah.
Hey, I promise you guys this would be an unusual show and an unusual thing. We're trying some different things here this week. Bear with us as it happens. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. This one wasn't. And I'm using the past tense for a reason. We're actually going to cut this short. We're going to cut this show off right here. today. We're going to try to do a double shot of Penguins for the first time over on our Penguins channel on YouTube. That's really simple stuff. Go to DK Pittsburgh Sports thingy, Penguins, vertical thingy. What is that called?
Just search DK Pittsburgh Sports.
DK Pittsburgh Sports Penguins. But what is the vertical thingy called?
I don't even know.
Isn't it like a pole or something?
It's a line.
It's just a line. We're going to get her a mic someday, too.
She is going to have a mic one day.
It's a.
Chris has now
guys,
joined.
Now, come now.
Chris has now, we'll get there in a minute. We're good. Chris has now joined, by the way, the Crusade to get her a mic.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, see, we have
Look at that. What is
two
this?
extra
What is
mics
this?
over there.
She's holding mics that are disconnected so that we can't hear her. We're going to be ending this. This stuff is never perfect whenever you get started. And you'll see that hopefully we'll smooth things out here. It's pipe, says Trace-on. You believe that? Yeah, you're making that up.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know.
Now here comes the whole "we want Dolly"
Yeah.
rampage.
See,
Look
saying-
at that.
and on camera,
And
too.
on camera, yeah. She's totally ready for all of this.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Coder language, it is pipe. So there you go. It is DK Pittsburgh Sports pipe Penguins.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, DK Pittsburgh Sports Penguins is where we'll be. It'll be in about 5 minutes. All right, so head on over there for our Penguins show. We're even going to have hockey masks to replace the helmets. See you guys over there in a few.